Got ourselves 4 squad this time around. Dirk's first up over for the team. 1 as a Subtlety Rogue versus Rajani, meeting him in the battlefield. Gonna be immediate Sepsis. Looks like all the rogues have swapped over to the Sepsis build. All of them are running the poison. That's still ticking down on Rajani, even though he's away from the rogue. That is still doing a number of damage to him. Look at his health. Having to wall his damage, expecting for Nurse to get in, and he does get in. Evasion up immediately for the rogue. Got himself a Primordial. Rajani with a big defensive. Got himself Guardian Spirits and everything. Trying to see if he can drop down a totem for Dirks. Is going to be able to get a stun totem right after on. The guy needs a couple more zaps to follow. Dirks trying to go for a step, but the totem looks like it did grip him back in. Rajani, no health, cheap shot to run after. Dirks just plowing right through the guy with some PvE damage. A taxi trying to see if he can get some dots onto the Dirks with a big board at the ready. Trying to see if he can get himself a proper girl. Looks like dots already in. The Succubus is going to slow down the rogue. Could be a Succubus CC trying to get himself a UA. Maybe a Succubus CC shadow stepping around the corner. Maybe that's where Succubus can catch him. Succubus will be able to at least maintain their dots. Tags is trying to get himself a bit of a better angle there, but it's going to be a rogue catching him. Cheap shot into a dark back to keep himself afloat here. Tags is still trying to get a proper UA onto Dirks, and he's looking to get himself the Void Elfish Racial out there. Trying to go for a kick, doesn't quite connect. Big dark pact onto Taxi. Drain solo to Dirks. May not be able to live this. No cloak left. Actually just getting drained right now. It's just over. Trying to see if he can PvE Taxi down. Will not be able to. Taxi does end up catching him. What is this glow you got on your hands, by the way? Wait, that's such a Shadowlandsy glow. That's such a sepulchre glow. Is that part of a talent? You still got a glow of that? Is that a tier set thing? It's gotta be right. Taxi does end up ripping right through the rogue. At least the Cloak of Shadows wasn't there to help him. Tal gotta be up next, trying to see if he can fight through the Succubus, where Taxi backing up out of there, resetting himself entirely, got himself the gate and everything available with a Succubus CC ready to go. This is going to be Tell backing up out of there. Does eat a dot every time. It looks like Taxi does play into a Curse Jinx playstyle where dots or curses can refresh your dots. I believe Taxi taking a lot of hits here. Bladestorm is going to back up out of the drain life immediately. Helm Sylvie Gateway is going to take the gateway immediately. Tal immediately slowed as he's trying to see if he can charge out to Taxi. Does try to go for a kick. UA is going to be established. Got himself a parry. At least he's going to be able to tank up a lot of this damage. Taxi with a big defensive drain life cannot be interrupted for a good bit. Malefic's going to do a number to him either way though. Drain maybe could do a lot of it here as well. Interact was available for Tal yet again. Taxi maybe could juke it out. Try to see if he can get a slow onto Tal. Maybe a port is available very, very soon. Does get hit with a stun as a Dark Glaive blasts him out from a distance. Reflect this out for a quick second. Big drain. Let him catch up a lot of health. Malefic trying to make sure he doesn't get interrupted. Gonna be that kick. Does get a juke it out. There goes the big damage into Tal. Got himself full avatar as Taxi trying to see if he can drain through Tal as he got himself that cleave. Maybe he can cleave down the Succubus together with Taxi. He just PvEing the guy down completely. Just cleaving it down. Like it's a cleave council fight in a raid. Stun off for the Mortal Cold drain to follow. It's just over for Tal. My goodness, Taxi. Oh my god, the Affliction Warlock is back, boys, with Facile. Gonna be up next. Got himself full demonic army at the ready. While Taxi is playing around the damage over time playstyle, the dots that are going to be ripping into Facile. Maybe that'll help him. Maybe it'll help do something here. I think the pets are probably going to be more terrifying than dots. However, Facile, does he realize it? Doesn't realize that he had himself a big old Dark Glaive. Both of them got Dark Glaives actually. Taxi's being very, very careful with his cast, trying to go for a drain into Facile. Might not be in a great spot. Looking to get himself a lot of healing from these drains, however. Is going to be a portal down for Facile, or at least a gateway. Taxi, I think, trying to see if he can blast out the pet. Still taking a lot of the percentage health and damage. Got himself maybe some kind of a heal. Needs to interrupt Facile. Does he have it? Mortal Coil, drain. Maybe that'll help him stay alive. Barely keeping himself alive there as he does implode from the Doom dot. The Doom brand, I think, of Facile. Doesn't end up killing him at the end, which is unfortunate. Got himself a full karma as Moosey going to be charging in versus Facile. Are you... I was going to say, just swap to a Blood Elf? Because I'm pretty sure you were a Orc, but no, you were just went from a big old male Orc to a female Orc. Just switching over like that. I like it. Actually, Mog looks pretty good on a female Orc too. It's like slimming. Big damage on the Facile. Nothing he can do as Moosey does end up eviscerating the guy with Grifka. Lasso left. Zoen getting charged in, but looks like Zoen doesn't quite pick up this team. Grifka summon gets him out of stealth either way though. Got himself blades and everything ready. In cap on the Moosey. I think Grifka knows he doesn't have a stun. It's just over. Sepsis. Nothing he can do. It's over. Oh my god. Oh my god. And ZZPF. Lasso left versus Griff. Does end up catching him through Shadow Mill too. I guess the Phoenix Flames does connect either way. The Cloak Shot is for Griff really early on. Z better be very careful here. As a gouge comes out for Griff, looking to escape. Z could hang back and maybe pick up the eyes instead, trying to see if he can maybe go for an aggressive blink. Got himself big combust to follow versus Grifka. Needs to find a way to catch Rogue. Does Nova him out. Maybe have himself any more damage. Pyrobuster making some good hits here either way. Catch it up to the Rogue though. He's trying to see if he can mosey out of there. Have himself one more vanish in case he needs to. Dots are building up bit of damage at a time into full sepsis. Z may have to go for an ice block here. That is a lot of damage taken. I don't know if you want to give up your altar or cheat death rather. Still a dot just ticking down on him. Does go for the Nova. Might be ice block here. Alter time. Give himself a little bit of survivability. Next to Griff. Does Nova him. Forcing Griff to Shadow Strike. Oh, cheat death is going to come out. Might hit you to ice block either way though. Do you pop out to keep the Rogue in combat? You do. Pyroblast flying in. Does the Rogue have enough here? He's trying to see if he can live it into a full root. Is this going to be enough? Fireball trying to make a play. Does do a bit of damage. Gouged by Griff. Still got a doubt on him. It's going to keep him in combat for a little longer. Z, I don't know if he's going to stop to maybe catch up. Z, Griff trying to see if he can get himself a reset. Oh, it could be anyone's game. Could be anyone's game right now. Trying a Nova, doesn't quite catch him. Maybe you could sit down and get some food. Shadow Blades are up for Griff. He's going to have himself a full go. Z may have to press Invis as soon as possible. Trying to go for Conjure Refreshments. No stun by the Rogue. Just trying to see if he can fight through it. Cloak at the ready. Altar is up for Z. He's going to try to see if he can Altar. It's just not even matter. Oh, what just... Like a dot killed him? Or did the man just have a heart attack? Griff gonna be first up by the looks of it over in this team. Tell is gonna be the first one up. Last time Griff and Tell fought, Tell was the Rogue Slayer. Rogues have gotten a rework since though, so my question is, can Tell still fight through them to this day? Cheap Shot is going to be meted Trinket. Trinket by Grifka. Gouge after. He's going to take his weapons away into a fear right after. Cloak Shot is for the Rogue really early. Tell could go for a bleed setup. Got him some Warbreaker. Blade Storm? No, not Blade Storm. It's going to be a blind. But the Rogue does not get himself a full easy reset. Is it still blind? Is it still dots on the Rogue? I think there's still a bleed. Is he able to hit him here and there? Tell's kind of blinking all over the place for me, but so is Grifka kind of. Griff still bleeding, might be still rough, cannot go for a proper sap or a gouge. Tell trying to see if he can catch the guy. And Griff just trying to wait out the bleeds the best possible. Defense sales for Tell, got himself a banner. Maybe he can slow down Griff, does end up stabbing the banner, but doesn't kill it yet. He can kind of try to see if he can bait him towards the banner. Does he get himself an angle? Try to see if he can stab that thing. He does get to do it though. Tell just needs himself one big stun, one big go. He knows that Rogue has himself a big killer shot ready. He sees Shadow Blades. He was going to be very careful about it. Blade Storm running by the guy for just a second. Griff wants to go for a kidney shot. Storm Bolt before he can connect. I don't know if he got himself another Blade Storm or whatever. Does get hit with a kidney. At least able to get some kind of damage. Big secret together with sepsis. This way Tell needs something unless he just goes down right now. Cheap Shot barely lives it. Does get himself a bit more health to work with. Griff trying to see if he can fight him through. Disarm for disarm. The warrior can't do much except stomp around all angry. I don't blame you at all. Tell does end up recovering a lot of health either way. Those Shockwave onto Griff. There goes the Blade Storm. He knows he's going to go for a Shadow Step. And he does go for the step. Griff gets super low though. Vanish right after. Does Tell maybe get him out? Is there still a bleed on the guy? There is a bleed. He does throw a weapon at him. Shadow Step around the corner. Trinket. Storm Bolt right after. Does go for a cheap shot. Hold on. Tell recovered a little bit of health there. Does he have a parry back up very soon? Griff himself one more Vanish. Wants to go for another step. Tell knows. Oh, almost caught him though. Does he have a leap? He does have a leap back up. Griff, does he have himself an escape? Wants to go for another step. He wants to go charge instead. Vanish for Griff. Does he still dotted? Picking up the eye. Tell if he's careful. Maybe he can pre-parry this. It's going to be blind. Maybe you could somehow parry. No, kidney shot. Does Griff have enough damage right now? He either does or doesn't. Tell, maybe parry last second. Oh no, does go down though. No, the Rogue sapping Usaya before he can really get over to Griff. My goodness, that's a rough one. Stun onto Saya. Grifka trying to see if he can get himself a roll, but it's going to be a wall for Saya into a disarm. I'm just trying to keep him out of hand for a bit here as he got himself a bit of damage. Gouge as the Wake of Ashes comes through. There's the wings out of Saya. Blind to follow as Griffin is looking for a full reset here. I think he just wants to see if he can save himself a Vanish. I think it's exactly what he's going to do. He wants to save himself one more Vanish, sapping out the wings entirely. Kidney shot right after. It is going to be blessing a Sang though, really heavily reducing it. Local shadows out of Griff though. Steel got himself a Vanish in case he needs Saya. Next stun you have. Could be huge. Just on him. No wings available unless he got himself some kind of big procs. Big hammer. Searing glare. No interrupt by Griff. Does going for the Vanish. Still standing consecration. Is there still a Wake of Ashes hit him? He is doubted. Saya does throw in the judgment that should be able to help him connect. Blade of Justice, he knows the rogue is going to want to go for reset. Oh, blind. I think it's over, right? Oh my, oh, cheat death, no! He wasn't gonna let him cheat death. He wasn't gonna let him cheat death. He burned a trinket just to make sure the rogue dies. That must have felt so bad to do. It's just like, oh, you know, you're like, I know I need this trinket for the next competitor, but no! I am not gonna let this rogue out of my sight. I got him now, I'm gonna take him. Oh my goodness, he had to. That's the sacrifice that he had to make for all of us, boys, for his entire team. He burned a trinket now, so his entire team could flourish. And that's exactly what's happened. Gonna be Saya, silenced out, shield of minutes right after stun by the pet. Grippy hand out for Shwep. He's trying to see if he can just claw the guy down. Nothing is left. Man, that's rough. Alistair gonna be up next, playing out the Frost Death instead of Unholy. Compared to last week, got himself Remorseless One to blind out for Shweppies. Alistair can maybe grip him back in. No, I think he tried to, but both of the Death Knights have themselves Death's Advance, so they cannot really be displaced right now. Alistair hit with a stun as he's got himself a bit of that damage. Grippy hand available, needs to catch up to Shweppies. If anything, I would just start slamming out the ghoul at the very least, right? Yeah, there we go. At least start slamming the ghoul, maybe get yourself a proc or two. Gonna be Shweppies walking out AMS. Got himself the Army of the Dead dropping in. Gonna be Alistair with an IBF. Is it gonna be enough though? Alistair's down on his cooldowns for a moment, so I don't really know if he's got himself sustain. As a Frost, I think outside of Pillar, that's really all the damage. That's where all the damage comes from. Got himself a Death Pack. This is where Shwep is just gonna want to back up out of there. Let the ghouls and the mages do work if they can. Let the main pet get empowered. He does still have a Death Pact on him. He can't really heal for a little bit here. Stun to Shweppies. Maybe Alistair has something here. Silence to follow. Maybe you can make something happen. I think it's just too low health, right? Just a Death Coil away. Just a couple of Glowing Shadows. AMS up for a second. Shwep is also with AMS. It looks like able to break through the anti-magic shell, either with an auto attack or like just broke through it with just damage alone. Cobra gonna be up next. I don't think he wants to give Shwep a chance here for an honor duel. Setting out the Succubus, at least if anything, gonna let the Succubus start attacking the guy. Shwep does recover a little bit of health at the very least, so he's able to get himself maybe a chance here. Cobra needs himself an angle versus Shwep. He's gripping him in, stun to follow. Shwep needs to make sure there's always got someone rolling in, either a silence or a stun, something to prevent Cobra from being able to play the game. Does get him gripped in, does not want to walk away from his Bonds of Fel. That is going to be an Infernal join in. Blind into Cobra, dropping on a dome, gonna have his soul ripped out of his body with a Mortal Call right after. Maybe you go to the soul. He got himself a grippy hand. He wants to grip the guy back in. I don't think he can though. AMS is up. That is going to be Dark Glare actually attacking him. What? Is it Glowing Shadows that counts? What counts as a magical attack for Death Knights? It says like Death Coil. But the Dark Glare actually does do percentage damage to the guy apparently. Interesting. Jareen going to be up next versus Cobra. The guy got himself not a lot of health to work with. And one of the teams has a mage, the other doesn't. So it's not like Cobra can really go for like full recovery here. Sit down and get himself mage food or anything. Although maybe if we can get like Obliv or somebody for the other team, that would work out then. Maybe we have a mage for either one. Going to be a knockback Cobra eating the fire. And actually I think ends up walking into the fire after the port. Cannot really go anywhere right now. It's going to be a Succubus CC onto Jareem. Quick interrupt, quick trinket. Got himself a lot of damage, but a Mortal is sending him out for just a second. Got himself missiles as a Dark Blade is out for Cobra. Maybe he can make something work here. Maybe he can make something happen. Ripping the soul out of the mage for just a second. And looks like he's trying to mosey over to it, but really going for line of sight. The soul's right there. You do have your damage and healing reduced, by the way, by 25% if not 20. Nova into Cobra. Full cooldowns available for Jareem. Touch of the Magi does get himself a full Dark Glare. I think just needs a, not even a barrage. I think the guy just went down to the Touch of the Magi, just erupting back to back to back like that. Cloudless is the last one left, and we still have a full team of Demon Hunters, or for the team 2 that never even got a chance to play. So Cloudless is to find a way to fight through Jareem, then go versus Anthrax Hunter, and then Dante, or Dante then Anthrax, either one of those two. But he's got to find a way to make his mission work here. Waiting out for Jareem, giving him as much of an honor duel as possible. I think the only way you are able to stand a chance versus Demon Hunters is if you fight through Jareem and don't have to use too many cooldowns, or don't find this super low. I don't think not using cooldowns is an option, So I think it's all about just trying to maintain your health as high as possible. Silence. Jareem does go for the ult time. Breath to follow. Polymorph for it after. Maybe it's going to be huge. Got himself a little bit of survivability. Full poly CC and Cloudless burst entirely. Polymorph back to back. I'm just trying to see if we can avoid the guy completely. Going to be a grip right in for Cloudless. Drop it down a dome. Not taking a lot of damage. Jareem could be in a lot of trouble. Going to be a Polymorph. Does go for a stun. Has to go for an ice, but Cloudless not taking too much damage right now. That's what he's focused on. Trying to take as little damage as possible. Jareem tried to heal inside of the block, but it's 61% dampening. As of Season 3, the ice blocks as well as certain other heals finally do take dampener damage or dampener reductions. Oh, what a clawing shadows from a distance though. Dante looks like he's going to be up next. Was it Atrox? No, just Dante. Cloudless needs to find a way to peel this Demon Hunter off of him. Going to be Big Hunt. Lots of damage. Darkness down. Cloudless with an IBF. Death back for just a second. Shrink out of Dante as he gets hit with a blind. Cloudless needs to find a way to peel the Demon Hunter off of him. And also get himself a full Army of the Dead rolling in as well. No, I think it's over, right? Trinket. Silence on the DH. No, he's just over. Blade Dance taking him out. Not much you could really do with that one, as it's going to be a stun. With Shweppies taking 2, Cloudless taking 1, and everybody, just about everybody except for one person, got a chance to play. Let's get us another going, man. No more.